Welcome to the Unknown Asylum Podcast. I wanted to expand on episode 3. It was episode 3. I was giving glory to God about some things. Number one, I shouldn't even be here today. I shouldn't be here today. I mean, I was born, barely survived birth, due to complications and all this kind of stuff. And I shouldn't be here today. I was born on the autism spectrum with severe learning disabilities, from ADD to all sorts of different things. From I feel like I'm put on the spot right now. I can't even think. But ADD, visual processing problems, speech problems, all sorts of stuff, man. There's all sorts of stuff, and I spent my time in school in a special ed class, and it's funny because I was smart enough to be in advanced classes if I wanted to. If I wanted to be an AG, I think it was AG, what is called the advanced class program at Sternberger Elementary School. And I was smart enough for that. And I had friends in that. And part of me wanted to be in that. And then they said that I couldn't do academically gifted. That's what it's called. I couldn't be academically gifted and also have help with special ed program, the individual education plan, and all that. And so I stayed with the special ed classes in elementary school, and I went to a special ed learning school for people with learning disabilities in 6th grade, called Guilford Day School. And then when I came to Dalton, I was at Dalton Junior High for those 2 years in 7th and 8th grade, and then the learning support classes there, and I did high school, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Life was a struggle for me. I mean, it's like this. It's like this. I have processing problems. So it's like somebody could say ball, and I could think they're saying fall. It's just like stuff like that. It's just like I was born with a bunch of problems, and it was hard for me. Life was hard for me. Life is hard for me, and like I said, I'm on the autism spectrum. I mean, I can take off this mask, and you can look at me, and you look at me and think this person's lying. This person's lying about his problems, and because I mean, I don't look like there's anything wrong with me, and that was one of the main problems with main issues with trying to get help when I was in school, and because nobody thought anything was wrong with me, Like I said, I did these tests and performed well in the tests, but I had problems, and God's blessed me. God's had His hand on me throughout school, and getting me to where I graduated, and getting me to where I I made it through school. I didn't finish at Dalton High School because it was such a major problem there with teachers and stuff, and I finished at Endless Opportunities. I got my good enough diploma, my GED, and I have some college behind me, and but life was a struggle. That's what I'm just saying. Life was a struggle for me from day one, and I wasn't supposed to make it as far with my progress as I have. You know, like I go my writing. I mean, I haven't really talked about my writing much, other than episode 1 of the Unknown Asylum podcast, and where I talked about the Unknown the Unassassin miniseries, and like my writing. I write all my books by myself. I mean, from beginning to finish, I write by myself. But with Rhodey, I tried my best to find somebody to add my work. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't find nobody to help me. I couldn't find nobody to help me with editing with Simply Process for the longest until Kim Lefevre did the best she could with it. I mean, she did a lot with it, and you know, but overall, she edited it, got it put into book form like I wanted her to. I mean, the manuscript was too long, really, to be put in, to not have it majorly pushed together and scrunched together the way she did it and stuff like that, without taking much of the story out of it. But Kim Lefevre is the only one who has helped me edit one books. But that's just that one book. It's the only thing I've let her do, because other than that, I've done it. I've done it, and I hate editing. I hate editing. I hate editing. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, then I hate, you give somebody a book and they read it and they're like, well, you start talking about grammatical errors and stuff, when I've tried my best to get, things done right. Especially when when the majority of them I've done myself, you know, I'm just saying, I hate editing. I much rather write all day long, from beginning to end, different stories than edit. And it's always been hard for me. And it's one of my downfalls. It's one of my downfalls. And I hope that that changes one day. But I've pretty much kind of taught myself. I'm getting better though. That's what I'm getting at. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at editing than I was with Brody. I mean, each level of my books qualities go up, and that's the way my life is. I mean, and that's the way my life is. My life's getting better as time passes. I mean, I went through a lot of problems. I've gone through a lot of seasons, trials, and errors, and different things. And I shouldn't be where I'm at today. I shouldn't be. I mean, me stepping into a wrestling ring and learning how to wrestle is the truth. That's the absolute truth. I attempted it. I had more than one wrestling lesson to this independent wrestler who was the husband of my manager at movie gallery, my assistant manager at movie gallery. It's my assistant manager at movie gallery's husband who trained me to wrestle, and I hurt myself. My mom told me, "You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. Don't do it. You're going to get hurt. Don't do it. You're going to get hurt." And I didn't listen to her. I did it behind her back. I got hurt. Then less than 2 weeks later, I had a near fatal car wreck. So I've had head trauma. I've had brain trauma. And I about died, man. I mean, I had 4 blood clots in my brain. 2, you know, 4 blood clots in my brain. 2 concussions in a matter of a week and a half. And so it's like this. It's like it happened. Things happen. And my mom's right. I got hurt. Not only by wrestling, but by my wreck. So I've had head trauma. I've had head trauma on top of all my other traumas born with at birth. And with that being said, it's just been hard. It's just been hard. It's been hard dealing with things because the head trauma has caused a lot of other problems. So it's caused a lot of health problems. Both physically, obviously. Um, caused me going into a downward spiral mentally at times because it's caused problems with my brain and stuff, and it's just caused problems. I mean, I've gone for tests and they've got put probes on my head and all this kind of stuff, and trying to figure out if I'm having seizures, and it's just been a mess. My life's been a mess. Yeah, I graduated from college. I always got all my basics in. And, I did the best I could until, Chattanooga State pulled rank and said that they weren't going to allow people from Whitfield County to come up there no more, anymore, out of state tuition free. When they pulled that, I couldn't go no more. And, that's the truth on that. That's what stopped it. When the college pulled that. And, but I faced every one of my problems, I faced every one of my problems. And, I've gone through them one at a time. One at a time. Even this latest one with Girl Bing, or Brooke, her the real name. Yeah. I'm going to touch on this in another podcast here in a minute, but all I'm going to say is I spent 5 years her running the show and blew a bunch of money. And that being said, she's now out of my life. And I used to be depressed when she would act like she was believing my life and stuff, and do whatever I could to get her back in my life. I'm done now. I'm done now because, like I said, I'm going to touch on this in another podcast, but I've changed my life. I've changed my life. But that's another problem that I've gone through. And it's just like, with a simply process. It was the unknown assassin character. Everybody thought I was a wrestler from day one. Nobody knew about the book Priceless 2 War Track Attacks. Nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about the planned Unknown the Assassin miniseries at the time. Nobody knew about that. Nobody knew I was a superhero. Nobody knew about it. And so everybody looked at me as a luchador. Everybody looked at me as a luchador, and that made me mad. But today I'm happy with it. Today I'm happy with it. I'm happy to be unknown involved with wrestling. I'm happy to be unknown involved with my Simply Priceless stuff, and have the two roads to unknown leading hopefully to the same place that I needed to go. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I shouldn't be where I'm at today. And I'm only where I'm at today by God's grace. People might get tired of me hearing me say that, but it's true. It's true. I wanted to know the Alien Assassin to be the most popular Simply Priceless Universe character. Well, now my books are being pushed with Wrestling for a College Chattanooga on Wednesday Night Fahrenheit. I have my book right there, on the desk. And, you probably couldn't tell what it was other than a book if you're watching Wednesday Night Fahrenheit, but still, I'm being pushed the way I wanted to be pushed, and I owe that to God. I owe that to God for putting the people in my life, and putting it into my life to get me to where I'm at today with everything that's going on. Because you know how hard. Nobody knows how hard. Most people don't know how hard it is to deal with being on autism spectrum. Dealing with being on autism spectrum, if I could talk. Dealing with being on autism spectrum and having speech problems, having all sorts of learning disabilities. It's just life has been hard for me. It's all going to come out in borrowed time. The Lee Lunsford story, if I'm able to get that book put together and put it out. That's the plan. I'm planning on writing my life story one day. I really am. I'm planning on writing my life story one day because I think it deserves to be told. And God owes credit. God owes credit for what He's done for my life. And, there's no other way to say it. I've been mad at God. I've been mad at God in the past. I've said I hated God. I've said all sorts of ugly things about God because of the different things that's gone on in my life. And I shouldn't have. I should have just followed his plan and let him have his way. Because I'm a lot further in life than I should be. And I say that because my dad figured I was going to be some failure in life. My dad said Brody wouldn't sell one book. My dad said that wrestling fans didn't read. My dad said this. My dad said that about different things. I wouldn't make my dream signing, my LT writing dream signing happen. My dad said that. I've had a lot of doubters other than just my dad. And right now, I'm on top of the world. I am on top of the world from where I need to be. I'm on top of the world. And I owe it to God. And that's how I can say in my previous podcast that I'm grateful to God. And how I can lay out the fact that I have all these learning disabilities. How I'm on the autism spectrum. How I've had problems and going through school. And how all of this, and how I owe it to God for guiding me through. For how I owe it to God to make it to where I've succeeded. I've been paid at acting. I've been paid with writing. I've been paid with, my wrestling persona. Joker said, and I've said this before, Joker said, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. And I haven't been. I haven't been, I haven't been at all. And I've been pushing myself. I've been pushing myself forward and trying my best to accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish so I can call myself so I can call myself a success in life. So I can feel like a success in life. Do I have a mansion? No, I don't have a mansion. Do I have, am I filthy rich? No, I'm not filthy rich. I'm getting out of a financial bind. I'm not filthy rich. And it's like, but I am a success in everything I put my mind to. And that's what my grandparents said. Lee, if you put your mind at anything, as long as you put your mind to it, you can be a success at anything. Something like that, Something like that. And it's like, I am a success. I think every day when I get to go to Fahrenheit, I am a success. I think every time I come home from Fahrenheit or coming home from an event I worked at, I am a success whether I sold anything or not. People were interested in my work. I just made a sell for, the alien without a name the other day online. It's through my Facebook. That's not the first book that, I've sold to some random stranger online. It's just, everybody doubted me. And I proved all my doubters wrong. And that's thanks to God, the Lord Jesus Christ, guided me through life. And He guided me through life by giving me the mother He gave me. Because without my mom, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I'll tell you that right now. Am I my mama's boy? Yeah, I'm a mama's boy, and I don't deny that. I don't deny being a mama's boy. I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. Because we're there for each other 100%. She's there for me, and I'm there for her as much as I can be. If there's something I can do, I'll do it. And, my life's been a struggle. My life's been a struggle. That's why I can say, knowing my successes, I can give glory to God. That's, pretty much in the heartbeat, It's hard being on the autism spectrum and not being accepted by people. It's hard to have learning disabilities and have such a hard time getting through school. Although it's hard. But life's not supposed to be easy. Life is not supposed to be easy. And I paved the way. I paved the way for myself to be a success and have a legacy of my own. And I paved the way. And that's the God's honest truth. I have paved the way. I have gone my own way. I paved my own way to have the legacy that I have right now, and to be a success where a lot of people that I would be. I mean, and I'm going to have it all out in borrowed time, the legal answer story. Hopefully, sometime between now and the next decade, I have that book out. Because I want to have it out at least by the time I turn 50. But you know what? I got a lot of work to do on it. I really do. And, but that's it. That's it. I mean, I'm a success. I have a great legacy. I'm more of a success than what people give me credit for. And I owe it to my mom and I owe it to God. And that's the basis of my previous Unknown Asylum podcast.